This is a Love is Blind recap, and as someone who is fairly new to the series, I'm going to be doing it in the form of questions. And this is ahead of part 2 of season 10. So if you have any answers, I'm all for it. Just I welcome them. And I was going to say that I overheard my wife watching, and but nah, I was right next to her watching this. I was on remote control duty. I was on pausing for discussion and dissection. So yeah, if you have answers, fill me in, please. So first things first, is there a more indecisive dude than Kevin? You have these two women they seem to be digging you, and you just keep going back and forth between them. The person you want to end up with is simply the last person you were speaking with. That was my read of it. So this could have played into the indecision. Did the casting director unintentionally select women who look so much alike? Like their hair, their attire? Is that something that happens often? Or are Kia and Tyler just one-offs? And what are the odds that they are both attached to the same Mr. Indecisive? How often does something like this happen? Where it seems like if it wasn't Love is Blind, you'd suggest that this person clearly has a type. And this is where we are. And speaking of Tyler, so I'm not trying to bash anybody's character at all, but based on the little that I know, like I said, being a rookie with Love is Blind, you're only exclusive once you get engaged. You can't be exclusive in the dating process because you are there explicitly to date and then pare down by virtue of engagement, then to marriage, of course. So it did strike me as weird that Tyler was trying to almost coerce Kevin, Mr. Indecisive, into making a decision, and not just make a decision in her favor. And she wanted the quote unquote privileges of engagement while being at the dating stage. And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Maybe it's something that happens regularly and I'm just not aware of it, but that's how I saw it. Anyway, off to Cabo. And the first thing I have to ask is, does Bree hate Connor? Like, we start off by learning that it's Connor's birthday, and we end up with Bree telling Connor she needs to get a part 2 or even a part 3 of some sort of closure with her other matches. He's over there saying, I don't need to have conversations with Emma. I'm good. I don't need to do anything else. But you keep bringing this up over and over. And he even admitted to some sort of like insecurity that this was bringing out in him. And is this normal, where people that you didn't match with, but you obviously dated at some point, and you're just so stuck up on them that you're bringing it to your partner and expecting them to just go along with it and be okay with it? What is Alex's deal? Seriously, like, I read some things about him and I was just like, no, it can't be right. Like, I thought maybe people were just exaggerating. And no, whatever you read, they were not exaggerating. Like, at one point, this whole conversation seemed like he was prepping Brittany so that they could elope together. You leave your person, I leave my person, and let's go. Simply because the person I chose does not match what I want. You clearly do. And your guy, not so much, for you at least. To Brittany's credit, she's like, why are we having this conversation? You should be having this conversation with your fiance, not with me. You shouldn't be telling me that the person you picked isn't your spec, but trying to intimate that I might be. Go have that conversation with her, not with me. So speaking of Brittany and Devontae, is it fair to ask, like, does Devontae like Black women or women of color at all? Because I had to rewatch some scenes and he brought up race at least 4 times. Also, does he know he's Black? Or at least biracial? Do the producers need to inform him? I'm sure like a lot of this will be resolved once we like get the family scenes and all that. But there's something going on there that I don't want to be the person that says someone else should just be happy they're with them. But he is making her feel like he's doing her a favor, and because I doubt that this is what she anticipated once she got to Cabo and supposed to be spending some very quality time with your person. And finally, like I said, I'm a rookie to this show, but how common is it for most of the couples to be heading to one location, Cabo, and for one couple alone to be heading to Malibu? Because that's what we have here, Christine and Vic. And I had to do like some research, whatever you want to call it, and try to figure out what exactly is going on here. And I saw something about them admitting to like some arrests that they had when they were younger, that might have been a reason why they couldn't travel internationally. I don't think so. Then what seemed even more implausible was that it was a budgetary issue with Netflix and budget. Really, that's what you want us to believe? Anyway, I don't know how common this is, and I'm trying to get some answers, like I said. But anyway, looking forward to part two, and maybe I'll make a part two recap video as well.